How did the Red Terror affect the Russian Civil War? Have you ever wondered how a campaign of fear can change the course of a war? The Red Terror was a significant part of the Russian Civil War, and its effects were profound. This campaign began in 1918, led by the Bolsheviks through their secret police, known as the Cheka. It was a direct response to assassination attempts on Bolshevik leaders and aimed to eliminate any opposition to their rule. The Red Terror was not just about targeting active opponents. It sought to intimidate and remove anyone seen as a threat, including czarists, liberals, and even non-Bolshevik socialists. This was a time when the Bolsheviks felt their power was under siege from the White Army and other anti-Bolshevik forces. The White Army also engaged in violent actions, sometimes referred to as the White Terror, which only escalated the situation. As the Red Terror unfolded, it intensified the violence of the Civil War. The Bolsheviks used harsh measures, including mass executions and imprisonment, to crush all forms of resistance. This created an atmosphere of fear that extended beyond the battlefield, affecting civilians and various political groups. Estimates suggest that over 100,000 people lost their lives during this campaign. From the perspective of the Bolsheviks, the Red Terror was seen as a necessary action to protect their revolutionary gains. They believed that without these measures, the socialist project would be at risk of being overturned by counter-revolutionary forces. The Bolsheviks viewed this terror as a defensive strategy to secure their newly established workers' state. The impact of the Red Terror did not stop with the Civil War. It set a precedent for how the state security apparatus could be used to maintain socialist governance. This influence can be seen in later Soviet policies, where the state often relied on similar tactics to control dissent. In essence, the Red Terror significantly affected the Russian Civil War by escalating violence and prolonging the conflict. It helped the Bolsheviks eliminate opposition and consolidate their power, ultimately leading to the establishment of the Soviet Union and the implementation of socialist policies across the nation. The legacy of the Red Terror continues to be a topic of discussion and critique when examining the historical failures associated with socialism.